Hey y'all, Benny Fish again, back at NASA again. I'm just gonna rifle this out to you. It should be becoming really obvious and apparent to everybody what's going on here, but I must reiterate that I come at this stuff 100% from a biblical perspective and from a biblical worldview. And these images that I'm showing you, I have not gone into the description of the actual articles that virtually always entail some cryptic message. It's their form of communication, and by they I mean the dark spirits, the principalities and powers. They're clever. They do their work in the dark. So when I link these articles to you guys, feel free, because I'm sure there are some pertinent things in here that may actually lead to something important. I mean, if I have time or if I'm inclined to do so, I dig into some of these sometimes. And it's pretty wild what you find. I will, on a side note, just to get it out there, back here on their homepage, they've had this tile taking up this space for quite a long time now, several weeks anyway, and it's counting down to this cargo to the International Space Station. And I've gone to the actual page. I'm sorry, I closed it. Oh, hang on. Here it is here. You know, they're shooting for March 24th. There's a lot of targeting going on in the article. Very kind of, there's some strange language going here. And it seems, some reason, I just want to put out there that I think that there might be something going on with this launch, and there may be some kind of accident at the space station or something to do with this. Today, this is their write-up front page. It was posted yesterday, the 15th. Experiments show Titan lakes may fizz with nitrogen. Again, the title and the verbiage may all mean something, but I'm looking at the images. And I'm showing you yet another image here of what I can only call as a pharaohic, or something almost reptilian, but not really. The structure of the nose and everything, you can see, forgive me if I'm going too fast, but just you can see the figure really clearly. Let me zoom in a little, and you can clearly see that there's no accident there. I mean, there's the entire face, and there's once again, an Egyptian type headdress, right down to like an amulet or what is usually a serpent, but you can't make out the details. But right on the forehead, the headdress, the chin, like little beard attachment, it's all there. It is all there. No denying it. Once again. So, what's the relation to all the pharaohic, ancient god, almost serpent type? This is what we're looking at. And I'm seeing a lot of it lately, especially the last couple of Saturn things. You remember I did the other day, I did a video on Mimas. Remember they did the big one, the article was called Mimas, and they have a pharaohic figure just pasted. I mean, they didn't, I mean, it's like almost like beyond amateuric. I mean, at least to me it is. I mean, that's just crazy, but that is with a no doubt intentional. It's too symmetrical. It's a neck dress with the amulet and a Pharoa. He's in some kind of cloak. You could say that's a horn, but I'm not gonna. But the rest speaks for itself. So what's the deal with all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? These pharaohic things on these moons of Saturn. Thought I'd throw you another one. See what you do with that. I always put all links to the images, everything. So you guys can have a gander at this if you prefer, or if you don't, you don't. You can share this. I'd like it, but if you don't, God bless you anyway. My goodness, I forgot to tell you the rest of the story. I almost forgot. This is part of this whole deal, too. Apparently, these are some sort of, Cassini island-like features on one of Titan's hydrocarbon seas that appeared to change over time. A lot of weird stuff in this article. Magic island mechanism, freezing, fizz, breathing. I'm linking this, of course, but you find this interesting. So anyway, but this is supposed to be a hydrocarbon something lake on this moon with the Egyptian person thing in it. So I grab this one, and there it is. That's that same image. Let me just make sure you see that. It's right there. And all I did, I just brought up the contrast a little bit. And I'm just going to point out the real obvious stuff. And let's see, where do we start? There's a nice serpent down here. That's real obvious. You can see him. That is absolutely... I'll only show things that are just not accidents. This stuff isn't accidents. If you look here, I mean, that looks like the base of a tree, And if you kind of pan out here, you can see the silhouette of these creatures in there. There's an eye. It looks like a set of teeth, something not very pleasant. There's all kinds of things buried in this mist, this haze, this smoke. But I definitely saw this little guy. I mean, you can see him. I mean, it's like, can they at least try and hide this stuff? I mean, look at him. It's like a dude with like a jungle dude or something with like some sort of neck, dress, necklace, something. He looks a little weird himself. You can't make out the details. Perfect circle items here. I mean, it looks like a tire swing in a tree or something. This is the ridiculousness of this. And just this random lone question mark. What is it? What do we got question marks and tires in a lake on Mars, or on the moon of Mars on Titan? And these are just, like I say, the obvious things. Check out this cat. I mean, really? Like, he's a pretty bad actor. I mean, you can see it as clear as can be. Very kind of strange, kind of like alien serpent looking, gotta say. Looks like, really big reptilian kind of eye and like almost a scaly. It looks like a mohawk kind of deal. Very kind of creepy looking dude, but there he is. In a lake of hydrocarbons on the moon Titan at Mars. And they're everywhere. You have this skull just, like for kicks, they just put this in. And I mean, there it is. Another character, unmistakable. I'm not just like searching and trying to find these things. They're right there. They're even orientated so that they're facing up the way you're looking at the image. Which, by the way, if you look at the article image, you see how I have it flipped. I forgot to tell you. A lot of these images you turn upside down. If you look at the whole image, it resembles a bird. Probably an owl type bird. And it looks very much like it's in a tree. They make all these supposed crevices and everything on this supposed moon look like trees and branches. It's probably representing an owl. And we could find things all day. That's a dragon right there. I mean, I could just show you this type of stuff there. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Saturated. This is the credits. NASA JPL, Caltech Space Science Institute. That's right there. There you go. From Cassini. Radar images from Cassini. That's what these are. That's what that is. You letting that sink in? That they're telling you that this is in space? And you just can't get a grip on the level of deception that people are under. How absolutely monstrous this is. And once you see that, you can see the light. I hope you see, people. I truly hope you see. Take care. God bless. Peace and grace. Many fish.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,